so we got a little Monte Carlo. I'm gonna show you. This is basically, we're gonna take these factory tubs, and you see right here we got our liner on. We're gonna split the tub right on the edge of the seam of the body, and then we're gonna cut it and then slide it over 2.5 inches. That way it still retains the factory tub. We still get the back seat back in it. We're just gonna widen it instead of having to build a whole new custom set. It's a little cleaner, but that'll kind of show you what we're doing on it. All right, so as you see, we got one tub cut out. You can kind of see where we got our lines cut on that one. So basically now what we're gonna do is go cut our piece back. We're gonna go ahead and widen it. We'll add our strip to it, and then we'll finish it all off and get them put back in. This is the tub we cut out of it. Like I said, always leave a lip. That way we can put it back over. The seam it, you'll never know it's been done. Like I said, we cut it flush on this one edge, and we'll just add us our 2.5 inches right here, so we'll be able to fit a 12-inch wheel under here without any problems. Kind of makes it turn out a little nicer. All right, guys, so we're back in here. A little rainy today. This is a little Monte Carlo we've been working on. I'm just kind of show you what we did to it. We got it finished up now. We got a couple of odds and ends to do. It needs to, still got to lower it a little more in the rear. He's gonna have to probably get a little lighter spring, but kind of give y'all a little walk around. I'll show y'all some of the work we did on it. But as you can see, we got the wheelwood disc brakes on the front, drop spindles, put a rack and pinion and everything on it. Kind of same thing on the rear. Got the wheel wood on the rear. It's got a 9-inch in it. It's been narrowed up. So what we did on it, we mini tubbed it. I'm gonna kind of show y'all because a lot of people ask us. But you know, you can mini tub these cars, still keep back seats. You can mini tub them and still drive them around every day, like for street application. You don't have to necessarily. And everybody thinks when you say tub a car, it turns it into a race car, but you can do it and keep it to where it's a street car. You don't necessarily have to put these big gaudy tubs in it. So we'll get in here and show y'all what we did on that. And you'll see in the video too where we actually did the tubs. So basically what we got in here, move some of the stuff out of the way. All right, so what we got in here, you can see, I'll show y'all a couple things. All right, so that basically just looks like a factory tub. You know, what we did is split the tub, widened it roughly 2 inches, you know, made our strip, and then widened the actual tub about 2 inches, stretched it over. Kind of the same thing on this side, and we just seam sealed everything back, welded it, slid them back together, and then basically it gives you that extra clearance that you're going to want for the tires. And then you can see also, and I'll show you on the bottom once we get the car raised up, but you can see that little plate there that goes into the back seat. What that does is, you know, when you tie these cars in on the bottom, the way we do it, you can do it a couple different ways. You can flip that bar down. There's a crossbar, it's 1 5/8. I know a lot of y'all know about tying in G-bodies. A lot of, you know, seen it before. So, but what that does is, I like to flip them up if possible, just because it gives us more clearance for exhaust. Plus, you don't have nothing hanging under the car. Like if you see this car riding down the road from the side, you're not going to see a bunch of stuff hanging. So that kind of gives you a little bit more room, makes it a little bit nicer. So that's pretty much it on the inside. I mean, you know, it's fairly simple. Like I said, all you basically have to do is just cut your factory tub out. You know, cut it right on this edge. Add your strip to it. We always TIG it in, and then we wind up coming back and seam sealing everything back together. And then, you know, when you get done, it really looks like a factory tub. You can't really tell anything's really been done to it unless you just kind of know what you're looking at. But that kind of makes it nice, clean. You can still run a back seat, still put carpet in it. It doesn't really get in the way of anything. But I will get the car in, I'll get into the trunk, pop the hood, and show y'all a couple other things we did to it also. Alright, so I'm back out here again. Had to get a screwdriver, you know, fresh paint, doesn't have a trunk lock in it yet, so had to go find a screwdriver to open it. So you can kind of see basically what we did back here also. Same thing, just split the tub, widened it. You know, you can do them several different ways. You can buy tubs. I mean, the only problem I don't like with buying tubs for these cars or buying an aftermarket tub is you can kind of see how that tub's rounded on the corner right there. When you buy a tub, they normally kind of squared off, so you lose a lot of the room that you would have, you know, for tire clearance and for back seat, stuff like that. When it's, you know, you lose tire clearance actually with a rounded off corner, but with a squared off tub, it like kind of kills you for having a back seat. So that's why I like to do this. If it's gonna be a street car, I like to use the factory tubs and widen them, and it's easy on a Monte Carlo to widen them. So, but as you can see, we did delete the spare tire wheel. Same thing, cut it out to fit the hole, you know, tigged it in, sealed everything up. But I mean, you can kind of tell as you see. I mean, to look at it, I mean, you really wouldn't know anything's been done back here unless you just kind of know what you're looking at. So I mean, it's a simple job. Keeps it real streetable, makes it nice. Like I said, it makes it to where, I mean, it says you still do need to reattach the trunk hinges. Let me shut this trunk down and I'll go around and show you the front. But like I said, it just makes for a clean look. Like I said, the car's got 15 by 12s on the back, and it's got 17s on the front. So, but basically up here, the usual, it's got TRZ upper and lower control arms. You know, I know y'all hear me talking about it a lot. I like their stuff a lot. It fits nice, works really well. It's got a set of AFCO shocks and everything on the front. And you can see it's got a rack kit on it. I like rack just because it does away, you know, you get rid of all the manual gearbox and everything, so it kind of makes it nice. But that's just basically their rack and pinion kit. Got the steering and all, you know, basically hooked back up so to get it some clearance for our headers. But that's pretty much it on the hood. What I'll do now is I'll raise it up and show you the frame brace kit we did under the bottom. Kind of show y'all what we got going on under there. Like I said, I'm gonna start in the future, you know, actually showing a little bit more in detail of us actually doing more work on them, just because people are asking to see more of the work going into it. But as you can see, man, it's a super nice car, really clean. You know, I kind of hated to cut on this one honestly just because it's so nice, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not hurting it. I mean, he's going to have it a really nice street car at the end of the day, so it'll still be really nice. Yeah. All right, so this is what we got on the bottom right here. Let me show you what we got. Like I said, you can see the drop spindles. It's raining here, so that's why everything's covered in water, but got AFCO shocks on the front, TRZ upper and lowers. Got a rack kit on. Kind of see we got everything bolted up, but this is what we got going on here in the rear. This is what I wanted to show you. So this is our crossover bars for our frame brace tie-in kit. As you can see, we went up through the floor right here. It's 1 5/8 chromoly, pretty much typical what we always use. Everything TIG welded. Back up and get you a good view of it. You can see we go across frame to frame from side to side to the torque boxes and all the way back up to the front. This one's also got a chromoly cross member in it for the transmission. And this is your lower torque box adjustable. I don't remember which brand this one is, but I think it's a AA if I'm not mistaken. But adjustable torque box on the lower, tire bar into there. Same thing on this side, double adjustable. And then up here we've got our double adjustable upper box. Let me back up here. You can kind of see it just goes frame to frame. Ties in. We got our inner roll bar TRZ. And if you back up, you can kind of see got a little Moser 9" in it. It's been narrowed up. Got our TRZ drop brackets for the control arms. Got the AFCOs on the back. Like I said, the Willwood brakes. Just a nice, clean little street setup. Like I said, we try to keep it tucked up. You can see from the bottom now, if I kind of pan back, everything's tucked up out of the way, so that way when you do run the exhaust on it, it won't get in the way of anything. But that's it from the bottom. Just nice clean work. Get it on the ground, I'll show y'all again. All right, so there you go. Little finished product for you. I said it's still gonna be lowered in the back, so don't be talking about it's 4-wheel drive, because it ain't gonna be. But that's it all finished up.